With a little over a year away, Jurassic World 3 or Jurassic World Dominion leads to the conclusion of the Jurassic World trilogy. But today we will be focusing on the other two movies in the trilogy, being Jurassic World and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. First, we'll assess the problem that Jurassic World sets up, and we'll see how Fallen Kingdom does the right thing, no matter what your opinion is on it, to solve that problem and set up a interesting look into the third movie. Like and subscribe if you do enjoy, comment down below your thoughts, and let's get into it. Rebooting the old franchises people loved back in the day has led to some particular problems. For example, in Star Wars, they gave us a new trilogy, but every story followed the same plot as the movies in the trilogy before them. The Force Awakens was A New Hope, but bigger and flashier. The Last Jedi was a jumbled, messed up version of Empire Strikes Back, and Rise of Skywalker was Return of the Jedi 2, basically. All these had one same issue, that they weren't anything new. And with Jurassic World, if you watch the film, you'd realize this has a similar problem, just like The Force Awakens. The story is basically the same, except with some new elements to try to make it different, but it follows the same plot overall, leading to the same kind of feelings that you got from the first movie. Maybe nostalgia kicked you a little bit, but after a little while, you'd start to notice why that movie wasn't actually that good. I don't know why people like it so much, because after a couple watch-throughs, you realized it was just the same as Jurassic Park, but they juiced up the dinosaurs with steroids, making them attempt to seem cooler. It didn't really work, Indominus Rex got freaking wrecked, but they really used the same plot again, and after so many times of the same plots being held again and again with different franchises, you'd think they'd change their mind and try to find something original before jumping into a new franchise. With Jurassic World this is the same problem with Star Wars. What is the purpose of it being made if it's going to be exactly the same as the one that came before? There is no reason to have it if it just rehashes the story already told. It has to bring something new. And it can't just be new items, it has to be a new story, because you can replace characters, have quote-unquote new characters that just replace the roles of the old. But this is where Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom finally does something great. The second movie begins with Claire and some billionaire guy trying to save the dinosaurs by recruiting Owen and some other people to go to the island, capture them, and place them in a sanctuary. This, of course, isn't actually what's going to happen, but the island will blow up no matter what they do. And this kind of feels like the second movie where they take the dinosaurs off the island, and the volcano erupting on the island just seems like a different way to be an excuse for the dinosaurs to be taken off and put on the mainland. But this is where Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom does something right. So, of course, they get the dinosaurs off the island, they get the T-Rex, they get all the dinosaurs, and they're leaving as the island's blowing up, and it's really sad because you see the Brachiosaurus and whatever. But then, you realize they're not actually going to a sanctuary. They're going to Lockwood Estate, which is apparently Hammond's partner, to go and sell these dinosaurs to people across the world, arms dealers, anything, because dinosaurs are like military now. I don't know. I don't like that aspect, but the thing is, you are literally spreading dinosaurs around the world. Finally, a start to Jurassic World. And this goes back to my point of having a purpose. The first movie did nothing of the sort. This movie, Fallen Kingdom, finally gives you a reason to call the series Jurassic World, as it attempts to spread dinosaurs throughout the world. And that's the main point. It has a purpose for existing by doing what it set out to do. It's something that the Star Wars trilogy really lacked, but it's something that this franchise actually seems to be trying to follow. Maybe you hate that they're doing the same thing, but at least they switch it up just so it's a bit different, and the outcome definitely changes than what happened in Jurassic Park: The Lost World. Now, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom takes this a step further, not only having dinosaurs being sold to weapons and people around the world and black market dealers or whatever, but also at the end where the dinosaurs are all trapped in a room filling up with poisonous gas because the Indoraptor did something or whatever. I forgot exactly what the cause is, but that doesn't really matter to our case. And now they're all stuck here. And Owen is ready to sacrifice them, so is Claire. Owen literally will let his raptor die because he knows the world won't be the same if he lets this happen. But then the stupid clone girl, I don't really care about her, honestly. She's probably the worst part, but it doesn't matter. The fact is that she lets them go. And if you like this or not, which I don't care about how they did it, like, I don't like that aspect, but I like that they did it in the first place. Like, of course, Fallen Kingdom wasn't perfect, but it was something new. It brought something new. And with that moment right there, you release the dinosaurs into North America. They're going to be everywhere. They're just going to spread out. That completes Jurassic World once again. It gives it a reason for existing, and that is why this second movie is so important. It gives it a purpose. Jurassic World 3 will not be Jurassic World without Fallen Kingdom, no matter what your opinion on the movie actually is. With dinosaurs spread throughout North America and some traced throughout the world, there is a lot you can do with that third movie. It really gives you many options that you could explore with how they're going to somehow fix this dinosaur problem. Maybe the sanctuary does exist and they have to get them all in that place. That would be a good idea, and it would continue the story of them coexisting with us but not interacting at all, which you've seen in the end of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and that short film where the Baryonyx attacks a family in a trailer park along with some Triceratops. That interacting doesn't always go too well, and there's been some problems caused by this. So, of course, this needs to be the problem that drives the third movie. It's something that makes sense because how are we going to coexist with dinosaurs? It doesn't work. We've evolved technologically, but we haven't dealt with anything like this because they're a fossil as old as time. We don't know how to deal with them. They don't know how to deal with us. So that's where the third movie has to take it, by either just going full out, we're living with dinosaurs, which they could either go Planet of the Apes where it takes over, or they could do something where they collect the dinosaurs and put them somewhere where they can just live and not be bothered. Just continue on with their dinosaur lives as humans, do what they want, and then Jurassic Park can be forgotten about finally. Which, that would be a good wrap up to the story, which is why I think I want to go in that direction instead of going Planet of the Apes style, where the dinosaurs take over and all the humans die. Because I don't really think we need another dinosaur world. We already had that. It's dead. It needs to be extinct. But that's a way to still have the essence of what the first three movies kind of set up by leaving the dinosaurs alone, not interacting with them, and continuing with that in Jurassic World, even though it's the same premise as the first one, while giving it a nice conclusion that still has meaning, but gives the dinosaurs a satisfying end and makes the world somewhat normal again. Of course, it will change due to there being dinosaurs everywhere and people having experienced that for a time, but it would lead off in a nice area that gives you resolve, and honestly, that's probably the best conclusion they could give you with the crazy crap they're pulling out now. Good thing they said that hybrids are gone, because that was probably the worst addition to the franchise. But with that, I hope that Jurassic World Dominion promises to give us a good story and wrap up the Jurassic Park franchise to not be visited again. We don't need another freaking movie or series. It's good where it's at. Well, guys, that's going to do it for the video. I hope you did enjoy. I really love the Jurassic Park franchise. I love dinosaurs, as you know. I talked about Jurassic Park 3, so I wanted to talk about a more recent thing that actually has relevance to the future of what's going to happen. I hope the movie's really good, and hopefully, yeah, just hopefully they'll do their job and give us something to really enjoy to end it off, because I don't think it should continue after this. It's had its run. You gave it purpose. Now finish it off. But with that, like and subscribe if you did enjoy. Comment down below. And of course, see you guys next time.